So one of the things about having injuries is all these guys come up and get a chance. Like, you might not have seen Broberg play yet, right? We wouldn't certainly have seen Stuart Skinner here if Mike Smith wasn't hurt. Maybe you've been around a long time. Like, is it, when you're a veteran on the team and these young guys come in, you get to look at them. Is there something there? Is there a positive side to these injuries, I guess, that you?
Yeah, obviously you never want to lose guys. It's tough to see guys go down. But like you said, I mean, sometimes these young guys come up and it gives them an opportunity to kind of show what they're all about. And I think Skins has stepped in. And I mean, even those 2 games on the road trip, I thought he was really solid. I think that we just could have been a little bit better in front of him. But the past 2 games, he's been awesome. He's been a wall in there for us, and just really confident over the puck. So it's been great to see. And Broby stepped in and looked like a seasoned vet. So it was really good to see. So I guess there's some you can take some positives out of bad situations, but obviously it's you still never want to see guys go down with injuries.
So you're going on the road now. Let us in a little. Like, they're veteran guys. Everyone's been to Vegas a bunch and Arizona a bunch, but these young guys haven't. Do you take care of these guys on the road? Do you make sure they're part of dinners? Is there a veteran way to make these guys feel part of the team here?
Yeah, well, I think so. I think you definitely you try to get the team, especially when we get a few days. I think we get a few days in between games here, so obviously try to do something as a team and get the young guys involved for sure.
Ryan, can you maybe talk specific about what you're seeing on the power play and why it just continues to be successful? You've been good for a few years, but you've taken a step this year. What have you seen as the difference?
Well, I think the way that we can make plays off of broken plays, we usually start in our setup and then puck goes on net or puck goes into the corner, and then we're usually making a play out of that. And there's a lot of interchanging going on, and I think the best thing right now is that we know where each other's going to be, all 5 of us. So it goes a long way, and we're sticking with it. Obviously, you don't always have success, but you got to find a way to stick with it. And maybe the 3rd, 4th power play, that's when you're going to get a good look, and you got to bear down. Historically,
power plays have been able to, when they have continuity, they're successful year after year. Penalty kill hasn't been that way. You guys have made a lot of changes of personnel: Archibald, Larson, Bear, Kara, now Darnell Nurse for a short time, Mike Smith. But your PK continues to be good. Is it the system? What is it about your PK system as a guy who's a power play guy that's made it so effective?
Yeah, well, I think definitely the system clarifies things for us, simplifies things for us, and I think the guys that have come in and stepped into a PK role have done a great job embracing it, and really just, I mean, it's a lot about work and working together, and I think all 5 guys, including the goalie, are on the same page, and that goes a long way. I mean, we work on it in practice, we talk about it in video, but I think when you get on the ice, it's gotta be work-based, and yeah, I mean, we've had success by sticking in our structure and working.
You're on both. Does playing both help you on either side? Like, when you're on the power play, you're like, okay, I think this is what the PK wants to do, and conversely, does that give you any sort of insight or benefit in a game-to-game basis?
A little bit. I think obviously a lot of PKs are different, so structure-wise it changes, but as a PK forward, I feel like I can have a sense of what their forwards are thinking, when they're going to push, when they're going to put pressure on me, so I think it can help on both sides of things, yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Tid.
Usually left, right, but you want to go.
Thanks. So the penalty kill has been so successful. How much time do you spend scouting other teams' power plays, or is it just you feel like we know how we want to kill and that's all we need to worry about?
No, we definitely look at the other team's power play because teams have different setups. Teams emphasize certain players and certain plays more than others, so you definitely have to be aware of that. But I mean, for the most part, it's definitely about what we're doing as a PK group and sticking to our structure and making sure that no matter who we're playing, we have the same mindset of that work base and staying within ourselves. But you still have to look at the other teams. I mean, there's a lot of a lot of really good teams, a lot of really good power play units out there. So you have to have an idea of what they're going to do, so nothing surprises you out there.
Yeah, right. It wasn't always the case that when, the Oilers called a young player up that he would be successful. They'd bring him up for a few games and it just wouldn't work out. They'd send him back down. Are you noticing a difference in the quality of players that are coming up through the pipeline recently, the last couple of years, and what kind of an impact does that have on the team?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we have some great young players in the system, some guys making immediate impacts, which I think is great, and I think it definitely helps. So we have a bit of an older team, we have a bit of a more experienced team, and so guys can come in and kind of learn from the older guys, and obviously, I mean, we're more of a structured team. So I mean, you come in, you fit right into the structure, and you kind of watch the older guys and you just play from there. So it's definitely impressive that some of these young guys can come in and look so good and be so effective right away. And I think the group that we have in here kind of helps them along the way.
Yeah, it's an easier team to come in and join, you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think when you're already a young team and I mean, maybe not as successful as a team, it's tougher to come in as a young guy and you kind of get thrown into the fire a little bit. But I think these guys have a good opportunity to be a part of a winning team right now and show what they're capable of.
And for yourself, you're 14th in league scoring, point per game player, 1 goal. How do you balance that? Are you fine with that? Are you go 2 goals and 78 assists, or you're fine?
Well, I don't know. I've thought about that, yeah, 5 goals or something. But no, I mean, I personally, I definitely want to. I want to start bearing down a little bit more. I'm getting some chances, which is a good thing. But at the same time, I definitely I want to bear down. I want to start using my shot a little bit more and find a way. I mean, obviously, you know how it is when you're not scoring. Obviously, you can grip your stick too tight, lose a little confidence around the net. So I gotta. Keep working on it, keep pushing through it, and not focus solely on shooting the puck. Obviously, you want to make the plays that are there, but I need to bear down a little bit more.
Ryan, speaking of points, just really quickly, Leon's pace is unbelievable, and it seems like it's not coming at the expense of his defensive side of the game, which is impressive. But as a guy who appreciates both the offensive and defensive side of the game, how hard is it to crank up offensively without sacrificing the defensive side of the game the way he has?
It's definitely a fine line. I think every young player learns that it's tough in this league when you first come in, and I think Leon's done a great job the past few years. Connor, obviously, amazing job. Those 2 guys are special at what they do, and for them to not sacrifice that defensive side of things is very impressive. But I think it's something that you learn. You definitely have to learn. It's like I said, it's a fine line. You want to be able to create offense as much as you can, but you don't want to be leaving the zone too early, cheating on offense, and making sure that you're sound defensively. And I think being good defensively, being hard to play against, actually leads a lot to offense because you're playing with the puck a little bit more. So, I mean, Leo's like you said, on pace for. He's had amazing seasons the last few seasons too. So. And same thing with Connor. So they just we know they're going to keep going and keep pushing the pace for us.